Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time coming, but finally we're back, and this is Valorant Oceania Tour 2022 Open Qualifiers Part 1. I'm Digital Cast William Zhang, and of course, who else would I rather be with than Crash OBS, Christian VD. We're back again, baby. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a while. Haven't had really much Valorant action, but look, the break's over and we're finally back into VOT, and we're going to be starting with open quals. And I'm quite happy that we've picked a pretty solid round one matchup, considering it's pretty hard to find a decent one. But I'm excited. There's two really good teams in front of us. Why don't we, I guess, introduce the teams to each other or to the viewers, I suppose, because I'm excited. I've said it 3 times. I'm so excited. Like I miss doing observing. I'm gonna be so rusty. It's gonna be miserable. It's gonna be awful to watch. Well, you guys can bear with us, so we'll be completely fine at the end of the day.
We will always put on a good show because that's what we're known for. But hey, yeah, look, finally, January 2022, and these two teams going head on at it because there's a lot of teams who have signed up already for Open Qualifiers 1. You know, Valorant is a worldwide sensation. Everyone knows what's up, and this time in this year, Oceania will have a pathway to go into APAC Masters, I think, and Champions, potentially Champions, but, you know, I'm just jumping ahead of myself a little bit. Let's just talk about the teams right now. So tonight, Daycare versus Slippery Geckos. I mean, pretty weird names, I won't lie, but Daycare, some familiar names. Warpaxi, Junior, Mexi, Omez G, and the other person's name in the lobby is Caitlin Kierman. I don't think that's who they actually are. I'll check to make sure who it is. I do think that will be Chopin, who, you know, is quite a small infamous legend around these parts. And on the other side, Slippery Geckos. Zomboy, Nameless, Lucas, Synchronic, and Scala. So seriously, I think these names, they are around, you know, in the ranked queues, and they all are really decent players, to say the very least.
Yeah, solid players. Just, I guess that's what happens when the tournament season comes out again after a while. All these, I guess, free agents just decide to make teams with each other. A lot of the ranked demons, a bunch of people that haven't played in a while, they just come out of the woodworks. They're like, you know what, let's just put together a team and see how far we can get. And I think some of these teams are looking pretty solid because there's definitely some familiar names. If you do, I guess, you float around those higher elo ranked queues, you can definitely recognize a bunch of these guys. And I'm quite interested to see what these guys bring to the table, considering there hasn't really, I guess there wouldn't have been much time to practice, if any, for any of these teams. So I think we could be potentially expecting a bit of a puggier environment. But that's not to say that this game is not going to be competitive there.
Yeah, absolutely not. All high-ranked players, like you said earlier, and, you know, from another inside source, a player in the scene, he's told me that scrims recently are actually going pretty well, and there could be a lot of, you know, wildcard teams, kind of no pun intended, but whatever, coming into, you know, this year's Valorant's Oceania Tour. But, you know, not only do we have new players and new teams coming into this year, we also have new game changes, and the patch just dropped today.
God.
And hey, look, Crash, take it away. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about maps or weapon balances or agents?
Look,
Agents
all I'm saying
relevant.
is we're going to be seeing the areas a lot because that gun is just disgusting right now. It's probably a top 3 gun in the game. There's no real reason not to buy it. Like, you can get away with buying that thing on rifle rounds. I mean, the fire rate is disgusting. You can't really peek a guy spamming you with an Ares, you know? Like, you're gonna get like shot 6 times before you can even get a bullet off, unless you just get hit an insane pre-fire. But regardless of that, it's so hard, you know? That gun, and it's cheap. It's so cheap. 1550. It's cheaper than a Spectre. It's cheaper than a Judge. Like, it's insane value now. Alongside that, we do see a couple of map changes towards Bind, a couple of changes towards A Short. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Bind in this video. We are going to be seeing Breeze, though, as a third map. So what's happened on Breeze is they've made the B site a bit harder. So I guess a bit harder to take because there's a wall at the back, so defenders have a lot more, I guess, space to play with and a lot more outplay potential. And on towards the A site, the back of the site, triple has now been changed. There's a massive metal crate there. And they've opened up the site quite a bit more. The whole site's basically just a bunch of water. So I think it's going to be interesting if it does go to Breeze.
Yeah.
Because we'll get to see those changes in action. And aside from that, Spectre's been nerfed, Guardian's been buffed slightly, Bulldog's been buffed slightly. So these kind of arguably weaker weapons compared to stuff like the Phantom and the Vandal, it's like, I guess they could come into play a bit more. I don't remember the last time I've seen anyone buy a Bulldog. I feel like that gun is just so bad. There's no reason to buy that over a Spectre. Even a Guardian at this point. Like, well, so I'd be curious to see if it could be played now. That's what I want to know.
Price-wise, I do have to agree with you that the Bulldog is it's always in that little bit of an awkward, you know, spot, you know, in the price of the gun. But personally, I think the Bulldog is kind of underrated. You can sometimes pull off some pretty nutty things with it, especially that triple fire burst mode. But hey, look, like you said earlier on Breeze, if we do get to map 3, then we could be in for an absolute show. Breeze always had that, you know, dynamic being one side, attackers take site, and then defenders just give them site and play full retake. It's just so back and forth, and it does get kind of stale at times. And to see more action, a little bit more, you know, push and pull on a site take. That should be fun to watch. But yeah, speaking of maps, right, let's talk about the vetoes, because we skipped past that earlier. Icebox, Ascent, and Breeze, not the standard 3 I would expect to see, I'll be honest.
I'm happy to see some variation, especially in like early round open qualifier games. You generally expect to see stuff like Ascent, Haven, Bind, like Icebox, those 4 maps constantly just being picked. We do see 2 of them there, and Breeze is a bit of a wild card for the 3rd map. I'm always happy to see a bit of Breeze. It's always a very interesting map. It can be very puggy at times. It can be very structured. Like a lot of the times you just win rounds off of lurks.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variables going into that map. But Icebox as the first map is always going to be interesting because you can set the tempo so early on that map. There's so much you can do on the attacking side. You can just cut noise. You can just change the pace so easily. You can just kind of bust A if it works every single time. You know, fast A is a pretty good strat if you manage to get the site for free a lot of the time. But I'm curious to see what comps these guys run because we haven't seen Icebox in a while. There's a slight amount of there's not too much variation you can do on this map. So I'm curious to see if we're just going to see really standard stuff, you know, like the Reyna Jet plus friends, or if we're going to be potentially seeing something like a Chamber, which has been pulled out a couple of times in those NSG tournaments. They like playing the Chamber over the Killjoy instead of playing I think it's, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like Sova, Viper, Sage, Chamber, and like Jet, something like that. I just want to see. I don't think we've seen Chamber in competitive play in OC yet, so I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited too, and teams are also excited because everyone is ready. So without further ado, you know, let's just get into it. We've delayed long enough, but hey, look, I think we will be seeing Chamber tonight. But other than that, I don't really expect a huge toss-up in terms of, you know, the normal compositions. I still expect to see, maybe not Sage, but, you know, Sova, you got your Viper, and your Jet. Those are the must-plays so far on this map, and I don't think it will change anytime soon.
I'd like to see at least one of these teams not run a Sage. I've come to the realization that I think no Sage on this map is better than Sage. That's my opinion there. I won't get into too much. I can. These guys are locking agents and whatnot. So we're gonna see pretty standard stuff coming out from. Oh, who is that again? That's Daycare. Okay, cool. Because I have to remember, because I can't see this in front of me, and they don't really have prefixes or whatever. So Daycare is just locking a very standard comp. You know, the Sentinels comp. Everyone knows that it's your double duelist plus friends. And on the flip side, we're going to be seeing, I guess you can call it the Fnatic comp, because they're the ones that play it probably the best on this map. And it's just going to be, oh, hold up, there's a Chamber hover. I don't think that's going to be locked in. Oh, okay, never mind.
Told you.
Wait, this is, okay. But no, but you're playing it with the Killjoy. This is so strange. I'm happy to see no Sage there.
They have been crazier things, really, but look, I'm really not that surprised to finally see the new agent being locked in, because I really suspect that some teams, they'll have, you know, some sneaky strategies potentially with Chamber. But really, I think it comes down to whether or not they can land their shots, especially on pistol rounds, because Chamber, you know, one of his key pieces of util is, well, in Project A, they say util does not kill, but weapons where util is a gun, then you don't really have a choice in the matter.
It's a little bit different then. I'm just happy that we're seeing some variation. That always excites me. But it's gonna be interesting. Just I don't understand the idea of a Chamber and a Killjoy. I think that's a little bit overkill in the util department. But look, I'm obviously not these teams. But I mean, I'm happy to see no Sage, because I think that agent, I don't know how to explain. I need to figure out the right words to explain it. I feel like you can get away with doing a lot better than playing the Sage. I feel like Sage is just a band-aid fix on this map. Like the wall and whatnot, it makes Beast obviously taking B so much easier there, but doesn't really provide as much to the table as something like a Raze on this map, which I actually think is really good on this map. Like Raze, if you can play Raze properly on this map, like Envy's comp, I think that is like such a better way to play this map. But teams obviously just want to go with the comfort picks, and it looks like we're going to see a very slow creep up towards the B site over here. Synchronic's going to be brutally awakened here. The Sherpan is going to be able to potentially look for a tag. Never mind, they get tagged up themselves, and it's just going to be a slow play towards B currently. And look at all these rotations.
Yep, everyone's already fast on it. A much deeper Viper wall than I would have usually been seeing, you know, last year. But overall site take looks pretty stock standard. Sage wall up. Okay, aggressive play by Caitlyn here. Warpaxi, shock darts, gets Synchronic. Where'd that come from? And yes, another one. Lucas gets tagged. Oh, this retake already off to a poor start. Nameless, there's a gun I talked about earlier. Some boys there to back them up. They do get a few kills. Spike not yet planted. As things slow down to a halt just briefly. The team's just duking it back and forth, but look, there's so many bodies on site right now, and the action's just around the corner. Somboy first to strike, Mexi first to go down. Junior around the corner, nice right click for more. The dig, and gets Nameless through the damn smoke. You're joking. 2v2, the attackers. They have such a strong advantage, but bear in mind they are split up. And Junior, the right click master, he's just going to work right now, all down to Skella. Come on, you gotta get the shot, but Junior, quad feed on the pistol round. What the hell, man?
Alright, big from Junior there. Managed to get a 4K in the pistol round, and he's already so close to the ultimate. That's going to be insane. Well, there's the Sage value right there. You're going to be able to get that Resurrection online very quickly in this game, potentially on the 3rd round. So that's always good to see. Okay,
That's ridiculous.
Right click isn't nerf. Right click isn't nerf, by the way. Guys.
That's ridiculous. He got all
really
of those kills basically with the right click. No, yes, he got all the kills with the right click. I'm just disgusted at what I just saw. And like you said,
oh, go on.
At 3 points away from his ultimate, full buy coming out. This is gonna be a buffer.
I just wish my right click did that. I don't know. These guys and their right clicks is just the best thing apparently. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
Junior.
he's just managed to. Yeah, I don't even know where he got that from, to be completely honest with you.
He doesn't even need the Spectre. Just catches one on the tube towards mid. But regardless, though, here they go. Mexi, nice intel gathering from Sova. And the defenders, they're falling just one by one. Having a rough time. Yeah, no trades, not much info. This round's basically over.
Yeah, not much you can really do here. You just kind of have to respect the guns in this scenario. Looking to potentially just hold on to 5 alive going into this next round. That would be great for the economy. Potential sharp shot to come out, but it's not meant to be. Nameless is going to go down to Mexi in the end, and there you go. You got to follow this round. No Ares there on the attacking side, which, you know, it's kind of expected. I'll be completely honest. It makes sense that you don't really buy the Ares just yet, because it's probably more of a defensive-sided weapon. Granted, it's insanely strong. I just want to see it come out at least once in Icebox. I feel like you have no reason not to. But Spectres on tech make more sense because you can kind of just run and gun with them, and that's why the Spectre was always picked over the Ares. Now, it's really a matter of, okay, what do we value more? I guess Spectre on attack and Ares on defense? Not too sure yet. But regardless, we're going to be seeing 5 rifles coming out from the defensive side. And this is where the double sentinel should come into play now. The Killjoy and the Chamber should be able to lock down this site completely, or I guess towards mid right now. We're going to be seeing Lucas play towards... Wait, what? Dark Ghoster is going to get any tags? Not meant to be.
Fire though, it's getting messy. Okay, but the defense, they're putting in work right now. A lot of damage done. No players dropped just yet, but no heals for them either. Okay, one does go down, but at what price? The attackers, they're bleeding players non-stop, and it's all down to Warpaxy. I mean, he just got spotted by the Aldrone as well. It's going to be a brutal fight for him. And, what? Okay, that's a filthy wallbang by Synchronic. We know that was invalid, but that's the first time I've ever seen anyone do it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I completely forgot that was a thing. As is to be fair there. I mean,
wow.
When was the last time seen that actually happen? But regardless, that's a pretty solid round to come out. You know, keep a good amount of the rifles alive. You know, I think only 1 went down in that round, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's going to be Scalar that went down. So that's good. That's a really good situation to be in with your economy. And Junior's got the Resurrection online. So this is going to allow Chopin to potentially get more aggressive towards Belt, as he's leaning towards right now. Potentially go for the pick. If you manage to get the entry, that's great. If not, his body will just fall down and the Resurrection comes out. We're going to be seeing him get very aggressive here. Nameless is on the other end, though, so he does have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, but the TP is pretty much instantaneous. There you go. Back way to safety. Not too bad.
That's, yeah, safety of Chamber right there. That's why Chamber's a pretty solid pick on Icebox as well. You know, the alarm bots are really good. You can basically just have... It's kind of like the Reyna, how the Reyna's just extremely safe, but you need to get the kill to be safe with the Reyna. With Chamber, it's basically just like a jet. You just TP out, and you're chilling.
Semi-budget jet, really. But...
well, true. I suppose that's the case.
Really slow. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it is instant, but I suppose you don't get the rest of the movement abilities. But so balanced, you know, so to speak, right now.
I'm curious to see how you're meant to attack into this double sentinels though, because you need to get a lot of value out of the... Okay, never mind. There's going to be an attack on towards A site right now. It's not working out at all for the attackers. They already lose two members on the side hit. Now they have to go through all this chamber utility.
Die.
Oh, Warpaxy. Oh, no, you're joking. That's a sharp 2-piece. That basically opened up the site for them. They're going to fight for it. 2v3, this is completely doable. Viper's nowhere near the A site, and the Viper will over towards B as well, just keeping the Viper detained for the time being. So as far as the attackers are concerned, it's just a 2v2. Spike is down. Finally, rotation's coming over. Now they just need the man advantage.
Disgusting shot there. Warpaxy has just given them a chance at this round in this 2v3 situation. Viper and a server, not too bad in this situation. 8 seconds left on the recon dot. That could potentially change the round here. The molly's going to come out. 2 members are about to swing Warpaxy. Not good for one there.
Okay, it was a valiant attempt. It really was a good attempt, but I suppose, you know, that 2-piece in the, you know, early round there, just a little bit of momentum, adrenaline in your blood, and then it ran out. He could have gone for more. I had hopes in him, but wasn't meant to be. So the defenders now, they've strung together 2 nice rounds back to back. 3 players standing, I think. So they aren't struggling whatsoever. Now it's on the attackers to strike back.
I was thinking that's going to be a Warpaxy pop-off around there, but look, 2 kills with a sharp shot. That's a confidence boost at the end of the day there. It looks like they are going to be... They are looking to force here. Skella also has an operator available, so that's something they're going to need to keep in mind here. Warpaxy's going to need to use his utility extremely well this round. They need to find that operator because it is a possibility, and these guys are smart enough to be aware of these possibilities, so they're going to play up his utility extremely, I guess, cautiously here, as they do lean towards A currently. And the operator's getting very aggressive. The dot doesn't get broken, so they're going to know the operator's in play.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That could have been the real trump card going for the defenders. That's okay. Just play, stock standard stuff. Rotate off, play defense, and leave just Chamber on site because he can get away instantaneously. But the defense, look at them, just swarming over right now. But all the attackers just go balls to the wall. Dashing onto the site. Fast swing. What a dink. And it's the shotgun from Luke. Skella dives onto the site. That's not how you defend, mate. But regardless, Spike to go down. The attackers, they're down by 2 versus 5. It's going to be a tall order. Let's see how they tackle it.
Oh, yeah. Emperor's to come out. There you go. Warpaxy with one, Mexi with another. Dismisses out. It's 3v3 now.
No, they're tying it up. Mexi, the ultimate is Pog. But Synchronic on the flank catches one out, and Junior couldn't go any further. I think he was caught in the reload there. And the defense, okay, it got messy there, but they managed to come out on top.
I mean, Chopin getting aggressive towards the back of the A site there is just not what you need. You need to wait for that wall to go up. He's getting a little bit too aggressive. You know, the operator's there. He's just swung completely dry peek. Gets tagged down heavily, and the random shock dart just finishes him off. You need to be waiting. If you're playing the Sage in this comp, you need to wait for that wall. Like, if you can't just be taking these random fights, 50-50, like, I guess, coin flipping the round. Granted, they got very close to the end there, but imagine if that was a 5v5 retake with the Resurrection online. Could have been potentially a lot different. We wouldn't know that, and the Force Spy just has not gone their way. Never mind. They, okay, the 2 rifles were bought for a second, so I got concerned. But looks like they're just going to be on the eco now.
Yeah. Well, they've lost their 3 rounds now back-to-back, and as much as I hate to say it, it seems like slippery Geckos, they're starting to build up a little bit of momentum and economy, to say the very least. Mainly the operator being saved is a pretty big boon, and now 2 players over towards B inside the Viper's pit. And Scallop versus Strike. Omez is gone. There's your smokes gone out for the attackers. And they're getting taken down one at a time? No, Sonboy. Okay, good damage. But it's Sage. She can patch it up.
Can patch it up eventually. They're just going to back off the angle first. Safe to do so. And we have the double duelist set up, just slowly creeping towards
Chopin.
So I should take out the alarm bot there, so that's going to be at least good in for the chambers. I mean, you can't even tell where the chamber's playing as well. That's another thing you need to keep in mind. It's not like you need to be in range of the utility like
Exactly. Well, Nameless has a good idea of where they are. Lucas, though, finds Chopin's head, and now Nameless, what more can you do for us? Oh, gets tagged down low, careful! And Junior catches him lacking. Eats the shock dart. Finally, we'll commit to a spike plant, though. The resurrection brings Chopin back to life. Hunter's Fury comes out from the defense. Gets basically 2. Not like this. He does pick up 2. Chopin in the air. Luke doesn't care. Spike, just to get said, get them a little bit of economy to work with. And the ultimate point, but alas, this round, it's falling to pieces. Oh, no.
Oh, okay, well, that's anticlimactic. That's for sure.
They didn't really have to shoot on a retake, just walk on, and that's it.
Just wait until they died, I suppose.
Look, 4 players standing, losing only 1 player. I hinted at it earlier, you know, they're building up economy, but this is a great start now for them.
Yeah, great start to come out 4-2. Generally, I mean, look, you got to look at their comp. I mean, you want to be winning these defensive rounds, and I mean, a little bit early though. We're just slightly over the halfway point in the first half, but bringing this comp into the attacking side.
Yeah.
How are you meant to? You can't really, I guess, get aggressive on the defensive side. There's going to be an alarm bot. There's going to be one of those little. What do they call? Okay,
trademark.
I'm gonna go to
trademark.
Trademark.
Yeah.
Okay, trademarks. You're gonna have to walk into a trademark. You're gonna have to walk into a turret. I'm curious to see how they're gonna get around trying to like potentially go for an aggressive play, go for a bit of a lurk, and not get caught out. It's basically impossible to get aggressive against this comp and not get caught out. There's gonna be some, I mean, like a jet smoke randomly, maybe on one of these pieces of utility, a Viper, poison cloud. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky. So I'm curious to see how they do manage to, I guess, adapt to this. It's really just going to be a boots to the ground playstyle. But look, we aren't in that second half yet. And as we can see right now, the double duel is working towards A. It's extremely quiet right now. They're just looking to, I guess, poke and prod as the recon or the Owl drone is just going to come out. They're lacking info right now. You can see that they've been playing extremely passive towards this A site. They're happy to give it to them and just play hard retake. And have a look at that. That's going to be the lockdown, potentially wanting to get used here. But on the flip side, the Hunter's Fury is available, so it's going to be very difficult to actually get that off.
Just timing, drawing over a few defenders, but still, man, it's 5v5. The rotations, they can come almost instantly. And I suppose one thing I wanted to touch upon is that the fact that, who was it, Slippery Geckos aren't playing Sage. I think that's a sign of, you know, the patches and what's to come. Because realistically on attack side, you don't really need a stage anymore if you want to go for those safe plants, especially towards big side. But they are starting to attack now. Synchronic just biding his time. Synchronic one. Damn near gets a second, but things are getting messy right now. Blind Hunter's Fury gets thrown out just to clear a few angles, but they don't really get much out of it. Oh, that's rough though. But Caitlyn, Chopin, I mean, strikes from behind. There's the mid lurk. Good for one. But Howard gets caught with his pants down. 3v3 again. And the Killjoy lockdown though to assist them on the retake.
Oh, this is tough. Their Hunter's Fury available as well.
Omez.
Viper's Pit.
Yeah, but the lockdown though, that's the problem. They have to basically fight him, surely. Yeah, he's going in. Omez around the corner. The wall's bad, but maybe it works out in their favor. Omez, you gotta do something now. Mexi starts things off. And now it's all down to last defender. 2v1. It got close there. But goodness gracious, the attackers, they inched it out.
Good little heads up play as well. You need to fight for that lockdown. I guess Irma's just needs to make the play there. And what happened? He gets the pick and he manages to take out the lockdown, and then the round just kind of falls apart from that point onwards. Mexi with the 3K as well. So that's going to be a nice little confidence boost right there. He's currently top on the scoreboard for his team, 8-5 respectively. Lucas on the flip side on 8 kills as well. But there you go. Nice little 3K. Now you're potentially looking to shift the momentum here. There's also going to be an... Oh, this is going to be double operator here. Nameless is going to go for that. Oh, what is it? Is it...
Tour de France. Tour de Force. Yeah, that's right. Tour de France is the bike race. Oh my god.
I don't blame you for, I guess, doing that there. It looks pretty easy to do so. And there you go. Omez with an entry, making it look easy as well.
All right, Omez. Okay. Okay. I see you. Just starting things off nicely. Battle Viper going into battle. And the Viper will always towards B, just keeping a defender held on that side. Long range though. Somboy damn near gets the tap. But bear in mind, operator on B and basically tour the force over towards A. The attackers, they need a small miracle. Oh my god, Chopin.
What? Okay, that has to be a misinput. Okay, doesn't make any other sense.
Jesus.
Have a look at this. They've decided to just slowly let Chopin creep up here. He's trying to make some space, but look where the actual hit's coming down. It's coming over towards this B site right now. There's 3 members. Skill has completely given up the site. They may just be able to walk on it here for free. And that Chopin with the pick as well. That's completely sold it. And now the fake's been successful. They've taken B site for free, and it's a 3v5.
Just going so slow. Finally, the wall. Wait, no. Is that on purpose?
He's done it again.
I don't know. It kind of worked out in their favor last round. I won't lie though.
That is a fair point, but now obviously we're not in the same set of conditions, so it's not going to work, unfortunately. And Chopin's just got the luck of a lifetime here. He's got all the info. He's created so much space.
Oh, look.
He's basically the reason why they're going to be able to potentially close out this round. There you go with the second frag, making it look easy as well. And Somboy, he's got no idea what hit him there.
Picked up a gun as well for free. The defenders, they have to cut their losses at this point. You know, the bleeding players one by one, and here comes Chopin. No, wait, what's this jet movement? Oh, the blade! It's clean onto Skella. Operator's gone. All down to Lucas, just holding on for dear life. You would want that rifle to go into the next round. Just get it. But Chopin, here we go. Okay, looks the wrong way. That was a 50-50. And it's Lucas, damn, he gets a second. But okay, it wasn't meant to be. He lives to fight another day, 4-4.
Oh, are you serious?
Wait, did he save the gun? Oh.
Are you serious? So Chopin goes for the kill. Yeah. I guess he didn't know he's there though, but now he's just giving the operator over because he picked it up.
Oh, Chopin.
So, that important frag that he just got for the operator, it's now back in the defender's, I guess, pocket there.
Oh, well.
Vigorous. I mean, well, that's going to save quite a bit of the economy. I don't think they would have been able to afford an operator otherwise. So have a look at that.
No.
They've now got an operator in this round.
It could be the difference maker, assuming they swing into it.
That would be funny.
But then again, Scala, we haven't seen him get much impact with the operator, I won't lie. Oh. Chopin. Oh, there you go. There you go. I kind of jinxed it, unfortunately.
Alright, well that confirms the operator in play there, so they're going to have to approach this round slightly differently, because you do need to be very wary of that operator wherever it's posted on.
Oh, look at that.
Pot shots come out.
Just intel gathering. They know that there's at least 2 over towards A now. Someboy, you've picked this angle in the past. Careful now. Warpaxy's around the corner. Someboy commits. Warpaxy gets that easy. Now that's a huge defender kill down. And the
aggressive play. Yep. Punished. Not much you can really do about that. There's no Sage, no potential resurrection here. So that's a 4v5, permanent 4v5. And I've looked, Lucas is now A little bit antsy on this angle. He wants to get some information, but he's going to get greeted by Urmas on the other side if he does decide to push this. And that's what happens. You're really just not setting yourself up for the, I guess, the potential walkdown. He just was not ready for that fight. And look, it happens though. But have a look at this. Push out all towards on the A side. There's the operator in play. It's not going to be good for one just yet. Synchronic. Wait, hold up. They managed to get 2 frags from the...
30 seconds
On the defense, yeah, that's good. And now the spike, but OMSG, there you go. There's the God Lurk. 1, 2, they strike simultaneously. And Scala just has to get something with the operator. Oh, Synchronic, that's a whip. Scala does get the refrag, but 1v2. Laser pops, he can do this. Just needs 1 kill off the dash to play with. 3 blades left now. Come on, last blade. Needs the headshot, but the double swing might be in action. They're just waiting for him to swing the corner. Scala, what do? So many angles too clear. No boss in the operator. Fake the reload? Fake the reload? No, not just yet. He missed the reload. Oh, he's in a rough spot right now. What can he even do? Mexi's just playing with him. 1 blade. He needs the headshot. He has to get something here. And Mexi finds his time, and it pays off. Oof, it got a little bit angsty there, but look at this now. Daycare. They've strung together a nice and neat, 3 rounds back to back. They've regained control of the economy towards the end of the half.
It looked a bit rough at the start as well. Didn't look like anything was really going their way. A couple of misplays, positioning errors and whatnot, but it's been ironed out and they're looking pretty solid right now. They've won 3 rounds in a row. They've completely stopped the momentum. And now I think for the first time in this entire game, the defenders are now going to be on that eco round.
No ultimates. Nothing's helped them out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
gonna be shot.
It's going to basically be like round 2 after Daycare won the pistol.
It's gonna hit some sharp shots with these sheriffs here. Most easiest thing to do. Junior is set up in a really nice... I quite like this position from him because you don't need to be aggressively challenging these angles. You can kind of just sit back and let them come to you if they do decide to get aggressive. And you can punish them for that. It's really straightforward. You don't really need to throw your bodies at this round because you are up against these sheriffs. You just want to play it out extremely slowly, play it safely, keep as many rifles as you can into the round. You don't really want to make any of these really easy mistakes to potentially give them a way into this round.
There you go. That could be the mistake you're talking about. Chopin, sharp shot, falls back. Oh, 145 in 1.
That's a tilter.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a tilter right there.
Healing. Spike dropped.
If only, imagine if it was Ronsky right now on the eco. Oh, eco? Marshall? Oh, yeah, okay.
Blocking sight.
Hop heads? Yeah, okay.
But with that, this sounds really bad, but I kind of forgot about Ronsky. It's been such a while since he's played.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
Well, nice little punish. I mean, you want to try to get that value out of this round. You want to try to get the orb. You want to try to get as much out of this round as possible. That's one way to go about it, but it just gets punished. You can't really fault him for going for that play. Now the A side should look relatively free here. Killjoy's just open. Someboy's going down. Nameless may be able to find one here. Chopin's ready for it. Never mind. Sharp shot.
That's good. That's good. Oh, wait. Skella gets one as well. Okay, they've evened the odds, but bear in mind, they still have the worser guns. And Mexi on lurk this time. The Reyna on lurk. Oh, but the timing, however. They're juking it out. Mexi takes down Synchronic. Easy peasy. And this is getting messy. Oh, and it's all down to Scala. Sheriff in hand. No 145s and 1 from at this range, but hard to land these shots at that range. Well, the half has been secured now by Daycare. They should be, flowing rather seamlessly into the second.
Caution here.
Yep, so at least going to be able to secure the half or the 6-6 scoreline, which is pretty solid.
Yeah. Going
into that defensive side. I mean, Mexi is definitely making this Reyna work. The one thing you always gotta be careful with the Reyna on this map is is that Reyna gonna be able to get these frags that we need them to get? Because otherwise you lose so much value on that pick. Because obviously Reyna, very self-sufficient agent, you only really provide 2 flashes. They're not even true flashes either. They're like, I guess, I don't know what the actual term is. A bit of a blind. Yeah, it's like a blind basically. Yeah. So you don't even provide true flashes to the team. You really need to find this consistent value with the pick. Otherwise it's not gonna work out. Mexi's making it look pretty solid right now. 10 and 5 on the scoreboard, topping up for the team.
Oh, no way.
Junior's almost getting caught out here though, and that's potentially going to be a res that.
You were just praising him, in the previous round for playing so defensively on the attack and letting them come to him. And in that round, damn near loses his life.
Almost. Skella on the other side. They're going to be able to find anything just yet. Does go for that pot shot before. Okay, that's not too good there. So the whole idea of this play is they want to get Mexi on this lurk and potentially poke towards A, try to get the rotations, and Mexi just walked into the site. That's been completely foiled now. There's no way they're going to be able to get away with this. Well, the defenders now know about this play, so the game plan going into this round has just been completely turned on its head. They need to figure out what they need to do now. Yeah. And the wall goes up, so they're probably going to look to back off here. So what this defensive side has just done, they've given them a way to get out of this yellow position. I'm not too sure what the point of this is.
They're pushing this. It's every single round the defense. They make a mistake aggressively.
Hold
Mexi.
up.
Take it back.
Mind.
Oh,
It's not a mistake.
The two-piece.
Toxins going up.
Okay.
Attackers tried to hold their ground, but
30
just wasn't good
seconds
enough.
left.
Junior's on the other side here. He needs to potentially try to sell a fake here. 3 members towards this A side. They don't really have another reason to move anywhere.
footsteps
Going to be heard. Killjoy set up. Somebody's got a lot to do here. Pot shots come out. That's going to be one under Gomez.
Or Patsy.
He's got a lot to do here.
Oh, 10 seconds. He has to plant the spike, but he's just losing HP as we
It's not going to be
speak.
enough.
This is
10
it.
seconds left.
Surely he can't commit to this.
One enemy
Yeah, he's
remaining.
gone. But Junior, okay,
Spike
on
down
Lurk takes
A.
down 2. Well, yes, you know, he could have just tried to go for more at that point, but there really was no point. Well, what am I saying? The last round of the half,
Last round.
just do as much
in the
damage as you
half.
can, and he damn near, you know, caused the economy to be even worse off for the defenders.
He was the res there. That's important. He just needed 1 frag there.
That's true.
That's all he wanted. He gets the frag. Boom, resurrection's online. So they have a lot of tools going into this round. They're also going to have an operator online. So this is something we haven't really seen too much of. Oh, never mind. They're not going for it. Okay.
The judge on Synchronic?
I mean, it
Playing
makes
inside
sense
the
at this
pit?
point. Oh, have we seen a defensive Viper spit at all this game?
We have over towards B though, only once. Didn't quite work out.
Was it a defensive one?
Defensive, yeah.
Oh, damn, I'm terrible at this. Don't mind me.
I forgive you. You know, it's only been like 4
It's
months.
been a while.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world,
Actually,
of
no,
course.
I think it ended in October. So yeah, 3 months.
Yeah,
But still.
it's been a while.
Very slow pace once again, but just
Poison's off.
playing more of a buddy-buddy system, if I didn't know better from the attackers right now. But still pretty good. Geckos sticking to their roots, poking and prodding on defense, but just giving a lot more space over towards A. Trusting all the util in the Viper's pit, and the judge really to hold it down. Nice intel early on, but look at this. They've given up mid.
Ooh.
Kitchen. Oh dear.
Doesn't matter
But
though.
there's a trademark there, yeah.
Yeah, trademark's in there, so it doesn't matter at this point, and it spots them quite a while away. They're gonna know of this possibility. Okay, this round's getting very interesting for the defenders here. They have to worry about so many different angles.
Oh, nameless.
Got up this bit. Wait, hold up. This could be very huge here, this position. Never mind.
Oh, if his util gets destroyed, he's screwed. GG.
That could be big.
What do you do
He's
now?
gonna swing eventually there.
The Phantom perfect gun at this range. This is
30
just
seconds left.
just tense. No one's moving at all. 1 player, 2 players, and they get gunned down. The defense have to back off now. Finally, Nameless strikes. He goes down. Someboy, good juke. Lukey had to land that shot, man. Shock dart. Somebody's on the work by himself on defense. Now, Killjoy Lockdown is available,
Spike
but there's a
planted.
Hunter's Fury to counter. All right, last round of the half. Let's see who wins it.
But the wall's been... I guess the wall's... Okay,
That's on
it's happened
purpose.
again. It has to be on purpose at this point. I don't actually know what the point of that wall is right now. I guess it's the potential outplay potential on the lockdown.
Hunter's Fury, hang on, but somebody's gonna push through this.
enemy
Oh, it doesn't matter. Chopan's just sharp. And it's all down to Synchronic. 1-on-2, and he doesn't know they're behind him. He gets taken out. 7-5, 2-round lead for Daycare. Well, you can't really ask for
sides.
more going into the second half.
I touched on before.
Yeah.
This is where this is going to be interesting. I really want to see how they do manage to play this this comp on this attacking half now. The KJ and the chamber. It's so look in my mind it doesn't seem very optimal. But look if these guys have a setup with this, you know, like they have. Okay, let's put some trademarks here. Let's put the alarm bot here. Let's put the turret here. You know, there's really no way you can take too much. Okay, you can definitely take some space as a defensive side or as the defenders, but you can't really take as much as you'd like to. You can't really go for those ratty lurks. Because there's going to be like so much utility just waiting for you on the other side.
Well, it's a nice, you know, prediction, but will the teams actually play it out the way we expect it to?
I'm curious. But this is very aggressive. Mexi's already managed to get into a very advanced position here. That's going to be an easy tap on a Sunboy there.
And the overheal as well. Money well spent.
Well, mid, they've completely been locked out of mid as well. There's a gap in it. Scale's
Yeah.
trying to expect a push here, but there's no reason to even approach this angle. So you've just completely cut them out of mid, and you've forced this map into, I guess, essentially just 2 lanes.
Junior's brain is overheating trying to figure out how these walls work.
I mean, the wall works. It does its job.
True.
So, look, even though there is that slight gap, that gap is irrelevant. You're not going to be taking a random fight through there like that.
Ooh. Okay, footsteps. They know the one's over there at least. The 3 Geckos starting to put pedal to metal right now. But the defense is already rotating over as well. Mid lurk on Scala. Does it pay off? That's the main question. Mexi, mildly aware of it. He didn't juke the angle, and Skeller executes him. Skeller gets 2! Omez is gone now! There's your defensive Viper all gone. Okay, Chopin, nice strike back. Around the corner though. Enemy's right on his doorstep, and he's just taking his time. But so is Slippery Geckos, and just like that, simultaneously, they go down. Chopin cleans up. 8-5. This is starting to become a slippery slope.
Probably not what you wanted to see if you're on the side of Slippery Geckos, though. So, Pissaran secure for... Who is that again? Daycare. So, they're in... Okay, obviously they're in the driver's seat. Oh, okay, here it is. I want... Oh, okay.
The Ares?
So, no. Man, okay, there's an observer bug right now. So, I pressed 7.
Yeah.
Because I look at the top of the screen. But then I look at the minimap and it's different because the thing stopped over.
Oh.
So, yeah, I love that. Love this new patch, by the way. Very cool. Chopin's also just going to be opting to save on a Sheriff right now. You do not really afford anything else right now. He's probably going to go for the 3rd round Operator. You know, it's pretty good to do that on Icebox as well, considering the... Wait, hold up.
1, 2. The walls. He thought them out, but now he's running out of ammo. Okay, he got a 2-piece, but backup was just a little bit too slow. Walpaxi, nice shot dart. Oh, but then again, Chopin strikes. The walls are on purpose.
Come on.
What do you do now has Synchronic? He's got outplayed over towards mid by a single Sage Wall. Chopin knows. Chopin knows. Classic right click point blank. Another one, Mexi.
Hold it. I'm still hungry.
It got,
not much you can really do there.
Yeah. It was a bit messy. But
I just wanted to see the Ares.
Dude, it's those Sage Walls I'm more interested in. It's hilarious.
I mean, that's just Junior playing around his utility properly. You know, the wall gets broken towards the center. He's like, all right, I know you guys are on pistols. I'm just gonna fight you. Like, you didn't get the spike down. Not much you can really do in that situation. Look, just gonna take the fights. I know you guys have terrible armor. And there you go. That's the Operator online as well, as we just spoke about 3rd round Operator on this map. It's pretty viable. Even if he doesn't manage to retrieve in this round, they do go down. The rest of his team will be able to get rifles, and he'll be able to get knives. So it's not gonna be the end of the world. It's really just a matter of how he does decide to use it. He does manage to get pipes here. This could be an aggressive check from Nameless, and he gets punished.
Nice. Chopin, good stuff. But Junior pushes right through, trying to get something done. We'll pay for the ultimate price for it. So far, even Stevens, but the Operator is such a big issue. And Luke is in a bit of an awkward spot. Was that wallbangable? Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, you got a Spectre, so it's not going to be the most easiest wallbang. Cute little angle there.
Yeah, imagine if the Operator was there. Jesus.
Yeah, it would have been night-night, that's for sure. But 4v4, they're just kind of holding their ground now. They want the defenders to potentially look to make a mistake here. And Somboy's going to get into this advanced position. You know, no Killjoy, no Chamber. On this map, you can get into these really ratty angles.
Easy peasy, but look, they're using players, they're using the bodies to hold these angles down, but the Operator at this close of a range, it's not...
Somebody's not ready for it.
No, you're joking, Chopin! You're not simple, this isn't CS! Oh, that could have been such a free kill. That's okay, the attackers, they fall out of that area, running over towards... Hey, Mexi, you're joking. That was an attacker. Cloudburst as well. Mexi picks up 2. It's falling apart. Luke has to go massive here. The blind, in and out. Mexi with the Spectre. He's just doing all the work by himself. It's all down to Somboy. Versus so many guns. He's down to 85. And Chopin wants his revenge. No, doesn't get it just yet. But Somboy, nothing he can do. Chopin does get the kill at the end of the day. Double digits now.
What a weird cloudburst. Okay, I mean, I understand the idea. They wanted to try to cross onto the A side though, but what it just ended up doing is just giving Mexi an angle to play, and 2 free kills with the Spectre, manages to get out, gets 3rd one, and just gets the overkill. And boom, the round's just over at that point. Another little 3k to come out from him. He's gotten a couple others. This game, I think like 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty solid on the arena though, but Chopin as well. He's, I mean, top in the scoreboard now. After a 3k on the pistol round, grabbing that Operator pick as well. Tries to get a bit fancy with the no scope though, but look, doesn't work out in the end. Doesn't matter too much there. And
style points. I'll give it to him.
Style points. Yeah, no, I respect the attempt.
It proves, you know, these guys are still human at the end of the day.
Oh, it's so goofy. He holds that gun so straight. It doesn't look right to me. I don't know how to explain it.
Team Fortress 2 Spy.
It is a little bit like that actually.
Dan.
Oh my god.
I missed that game.
It was good fun. Have you tried playing it recently?
No, absolutely not. I don't have time.
It's overrun with cheetahs. Don't even bother.
Oh,
It's
shame.
actually miserable. I tried playing it recently because I was like, hey, oh wait, what the hell? Okay.
That's miserable. Omez just picks up Somboy. Didn't even see him? I like to think he did. Or just pure game sense. Synchronic. Okay, Mexi, relax. There's a Viper, there's a snake bite right there. One shot's the body, finish you off. But Nameless though. TF2 spy. Oh, that's sharp at distance. Nice one onto Omez. A second, please, maybe. 3 bullets, 2 bullets, 1 bullet. Okay, has a swap out. No bullets. He's done. Wait, he's still alive. He's still alive. Oh, the absolute scenes. You hate to see it. The poor guy.
Honestly, the worst feeling. You just pick up a gun, expecting to be able to shoot back at them, and you have to reload. Can't do anything in that situation. But there you go, 11-5. Daycare's running away with this map. I do believe it is their map pick as well.
Oh,
no.
Look, mate. I won't be able to tell you because we don't get to see the videos.
Well, it says their attack, and Slippery chose the. It might not be their map pick.
Yeah, it's
Slippery
not.
chose
It's not.
Keep up.
Because. Okay, interesting. Well, they're making it look very easy right now. I'll tell you that much.
Revealing
Just
area.
breezing through. Nothing fancy. No huge plays. It's just getting these multi-frags by
He's crept
Mexi.
up,
Oh!
and he's out.
There you go. Junior with the heal and the Sage Wall. That's value. That's value, baby. And you know what that reminds me of? Nebula tax on Icebox on defense.
Yeah, I can see that. Just constantly aggressive. For good reason as well. He gets away with it.
But the reaction time though after that kill, facing down 4 players. My goodness. But Junior, what are you doing here? Chopin chimes in. He wants a slice of the pie. Just jumping around. Jet movement, but Synchronic makes him punish for it. Well, punishes him for it, sorry. More like. But Junior, hang on now, guys. You're swinging 1 by 1. The attackers, they've barely stepped foot onto site just yet. That's disgusting. He needs a shower.
Alright, so this is what I was talking about. Have a look at Urmez here. He has to just completely walk around that alarm bot, or the alarm, but he can't even see it though. And if the turret was online, it'd be very unfortunate there. But he's actually going to be able to get his way around. He's completely boxed them in. They have to commit to the safe site now.
Yeah.
30
Mexi though,
seconds left.
ultimates run out. Boss out ahead and just... it's a cloud burst again, man. Jesus. Viper's down and they need this advantage. They need this round. They've got really not much more to work with. Synchronic, nice swing out. Takes down Mexi. 2v2 though, and they're very paranoid. The Warpaxy's walking around.
Down in 2 seconds.
The pit. They're behind him. Warpaxy. Oh, this is free. Warpaxy. They didn't know. The Viper spit just a slight angle. His shoulder could have stuck in there. His cape could have exposed him.
Scanning
But they just look the same way. Match points. It hurts to see.
Nah, not much you can really do about that either. You know, you're playing with so much confidence at this point. You've got such a huge lead. You haven't dropped a single round on your defense's side.
Yeah.
At this point, you can afford to go for these plays because you know you're in their heads at that point. You're
Damn
happy.
right.
You feel confident. You know the vibes must be really good. Here's another Ares. We talked about this gun at the start.
On the
Does
attack,
look pretty
though.
strong, but we haven't really on attack. We haven't really seen it pulled out, and I can understand why. I just you have a bunch of those long angles. It's a bit harder to, I guess, pull off correctly. Junior almost gets his head ripped off there. Crosshair was right on it. You know, pulls out the cloudburst. I guess the wrong time there.
Yeah.
Deploying
And that mid's completely open. They have to be
Enemy
extremely worried about this angle. The dart does come out to try to force them back out of mid. Skeller. It's looking to re-aggress this eventually.
Yeah, look, it just almost reeks of desperation briefly. Ultimates popped. Tour the force on attack.
You have to do something.
Yeah.
There's no point holding on to your ultimates when it's the last round. Or potentially the last round. I should
Mexi
say.
again?
What?
Skeller. I mean, he had the right idea, but it's just a buffet.
Just checks the wrong angle.
Yeah.
No support from his team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not much you can really do there.
It's a shame, really. Luke didn't have the recon arrow or the Aldrone.
Ooh. They're leaning towards A now.
Strapon's got this. He's a dash as well. What?
Oh,
Not a kill? Okay. Chopin burning alive. He survives. He lives. And the attackers, they managed to take A site, but
30 seconds
Chopin's
left.
hungry for more. Ares, no match for an operator at that range. Chopin for 2. Omez strikes. Synchronic for 1, but up from above. Chopin, the slice and dice, and well, 4 players alive. 13 5. This is pretty clean.
making it look easy, to be honest.
Defenders
Not dropping
win.
a single round of that defensive half. That's, you know, I mean, props to them at least. They had a really easy game plan. They just get the operator online, just let Chopin do his thing, and just, you know,
Yeah.
you have this player, like, a lot of these teams, they just have this jet player, and it's just, okay, let's just get an operator on you. You do what you want to do. We don't care. Like, we're gonna let you off the leash. Like, we don't need to control you, you know? Like, just if you want to do a play, just go for it. And generally they get rewarded for it because they're just that sharp, and Chopin's that player on that team. And with the second you enable Chopin, I guess they're gonna run away with the half there. Mexi and Chopin, 2 duelists, topping the scoreboard there. I mean, that's what you want to see from these sorts of players. I mean, the rest of the supporting cast is also like very solid as well. They all did their jobs, 2 first bloods, a piece for everyone besides Mexi. So they're all finding value in these rounds. They're all finding these opening picks. They're not just, I guess, letting the duelists do all the work. They've managed to, especially on their T side defensive rounds, they held back and they just waited for the defensive side at the time to just push and get those picks, and they got rewarded for it. So they do have a decent amount of first bloods. That's a really commanding victory there to come out for the first map.
For sure, and just to add on as well, you know, it wasn't just Chopin using the operator and using it so wonderfully on defense. It was also Mexi just being so aggressive as Reyna because he can get away with it, and he's able to do it. Those aggressive deep angles, gets the first pick against the attackers, and just runs away. No need to go for it anymore. And you know, that's just literal flashbacks to Nebula attacks when they were at, you know, peak form on Icebox. And look, I'm really eager to see what happens in map 2. So guys, don't go away just yet. Map 2, I sense, gonna still come through. So are we gonna see map 3? We'll find out after this short breather. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Valorant Oceania Tour 2022 Stage 1 Open Qualifiers 1. Digital cast and of course Crash OBS. Look, we just saw map 1 icebox between Daycare and Slippery Geckos, and it was no contest at all. It's Slippery Geckos map pick, and yet Daycare, they were just running away with the game. They were playing so confident. They were picking up all the frags, and that's a pretty scary outlook coming into Ascent.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to carry that momentum over as well. And Ascent, if that's your map pick there, I mean, you should be quite comfortable on that map, of course. Ascent, you know, it's just it's a standard map. Generally, it makes through a lot of the Vtors. I mean, a popular map in open qualifier format or an open qualifier bracket, it's bound to make it through here and there.
Yeah.
Or more often than not, I should say. And if Daycare just carries this momentum over, Chopin's just fragging out, Mexi's fragging out, the supporting cast is doing what they need to do. I mean, I think it's potentially. I hope I don't call it too early because third maps are always very interesting, but I don't really see a way that they drop this map. If I'm being completely honest,
yeah.
Like Chopin seems to be like having a really good time in that jet, and Mexi as well, just on his duelist. If he goes for the Sky, if he goes for the Reign of the Phoenix, whatever he goes for, KO even on this map. A lot of room for outplay potential, a lot of room to just get in their face and just completely take the fights that these guys obviously like to do.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what comp they do bring out here. I don't really think it's going to be anything that's away from the stock standard, just like your double duelist or your jet plus Sky or whatever, plus your Senti, your smokers, and then your Sova. I believe it should probably be the case of both these teams, but after seeing a Killjoy and a Chamber, I really don't know what to expect there.
Hey, look, it's a shame that Neon isn't actually available in these games right now, because it would be absolutely crazy.
Is it a shame though?
I want to see some crazy stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Look, I know Neon should be allowed for the actual tournament after open calls, but sure. I think it's. I mean, we can talk about Neon slightly, but I don't really. Like, they've only been out for a day, obviously. We haven't seen as much gameplay as we'd like to. I think right now, this is like an on-paper standpoint. I don't really think there's a reason to play Neon when Jet's in the game, when Jet is just, or basically objectively just a better Neon. And like, because you can't op on Neon.
True.
You're not as safe as Jet. Like, you need to, I don't know how the sprint thing works or the dash works, but it looks like it's not instant. Yeah. Jet can just get out of these situations well, and at the very least, Jet has a couple of smokes to work with. Neon is not as self-sufficient as a Jet.
Secondary duelist though, she looks pretty dirty. I won't lie.
Yeah, but she doesn't have flashes. And generally in these sorts of comps, you want flashes. A lot of
That's also true.
As we're gonna see in the Sky and the K respectively, you know, like especially on a map like Ascent, like flashes help you take so much space. And Irma's on his Sky. I mean, we've seen this guy play Sky quite a lot, especially in Evo.
Yeah.
This guy's. I mean, he's pulled off some insane plays. I remember on Bind, he got like a 1v4, like a 1v5.
Yeah. I remember that. It was absolutely crazy.
On Sky, yeah, this guy. So he's definitely on a comfort pick here. That's for sure.
Well, momentum, you know, name of the game. Do they carry it over? That's what we want to see. But it's curious to see as well, you know, Junior being that real flex player right now. He was on Sage on the previous map, and now he's on to Chamber. Once again, I think we should be seeing more Chamber now coming into 2022, given his usual and just that unlimited range. He can be anywhere on the map, and arguably, I mean, Cypher's great and all, but Chamber though, just the firepower, I reckon.
I think. Well, especially on a map like Ascent, generally you're going to be seeing something like a Killjoy. So I'm curious to see what the Chamber does bring to the table here. It's really just two of those, I need to remember what they're called, the two trademarks. That's really it. But Killjoy, probably a lot more flexible than the Chamber. At least with Chamber, you can get into some of those really ratty off angles though. You can just elevate yourself up towards Sharp. You can elevate yourself up towards that. I don't know what that's called in towards T-Spawn. It's that little angle that you can generally just sit up with the Marshal with. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know that angle I'm talking about? Like in T-Spawn.
Defense or attacker spawn?
No, the attacker spawn. You just sit on there with the Marshal. You know the angle?
Oh, right. Yeah. So it's looking to A-Long. But Junior, all right.
Okay.
He had the util gun, unfortunately. Didn't pay off. Headhunter, that's right. Skelet, just the sharpest shot right now. And it's great to see a lot of these jets, you know, on pistol rounds. They're no longer buying armor or like pistol or util. It's going balls to the wall, straight Sheriff. I love to see it. The dash to play with. Oh, careful. Running out of ammo. There's the flash. Omes, baby! Easy peasy. Flips around, knows what's coming. It's a bit of a dirty crossfire, but look, the attackers, they create so much noise over towards mid and B. But Mexi just walks onto site. No smoke needed, but he's by himself though. He needs his pick. Easy peasy. Skelet's gone. Oh, but it's messy over towards short though. They caught out the late players. But site should still be taken. Spike to go down. Oh man, there's no heal, unfortunately. Flash in 10 seconds. They can still play with so much util. Oh, shotgun just made it. Perfect by Luke. Oh,
That's
Gomez
incredible.
is gone. No flash now. A flash from the defenders, but still, it's a crossfire just to lock it down. Warpaxi, how good was that shock dart? Not very, unfortunately, but still, man advantage for defenders, all coming from the same angle. They should be set for this. They should be set, but
10.
don't count your chickens before they hatch. Warpaxi. He jumps in the air and he just gets destroyed.
Okay.
Mexi, 1, and done.
Not meant to be.
Okay.
Not meant to be.
Was a good
Good
attempt.
attempt. Yeah, it's definitely a good attempt. You have no Astra Stars available. Yeah, I guess your only member holding that 3v3 just gets taken down by a random shock dart. I mean, that's just really nice little heads up play there to go for that shock dart.
It was ridiculous.
So that would.
I can't believe he made
It's
it.
very solid. It's just a good heads up play. That's all it is. And here we go. Okay, there are 5 areas on the board.
Holy Christ.
Oh, God.
Holy Christ. All right.
Now, if the attackers managed to get a single kill here, I would be surprised. This is disgusting. Because Ascent is definitely a map that's made for the Ares now. You could already get away with it with
Yeah.
Sova, or just any agent really towards that B site,
For sure.
towards B main. But now it's really just a matter of, okay, we've all got an Ares now. How do you really attack into this?
Sometimes, you know, quantity over quality, but it's literally what the Ares is. Some boy. Oh, here we go.
It's
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
Disgusting.
Time. Is it gonna swing? He's listening right off the side. Scala. Oh, it's a complete smoke down. Oh, it's a meat grinder. It's done. 4 kills for Nameless of all people. 11 HP. I mean, the attackers, they got 1 kill to prove you wrong, but Nameless secures his ultimate in just a blink of a moment.
That's so filthy. That's just so filthy. I mean, I'm trying to think of what the, okay, there's nothing to say there. You know, you just died.
bullets.
They just all died. That's all it is. But this is what I'm interested in. You have these rifles now. It's really a matter of, okay, they have Ares. How do we attack into them properly? Because it's a look. There's the Ares on the other end, and they've winded up. You know, they're spinning, they're shooting. You can't swing that angle.
It's damage. It's a lot of damage.
so
Even
hard.
if you win the duel, you're gonna be low.
You're gonna get low. This is gonna be so interesting. Look at that random spam coming through.
God.
He manages to get a tag as well. Ascent is like, some of these walls are just paper thin. That's not the most paper thin wall, but you can still spam it.
And they're
Here we
those
go.
crazy angles too, isn't it? From like tiles all the way all into B main.
This is so stupid. This Ares, every corner of the map. Well, at least they've adapted to potentially the new meta very quickly. That's always good to see. Maybe I can clear market with that.
They need to back off. Imagine the Ares comes right.
You gotta run. Have a look at Skella though. Look at all the space he's taken. Junior's aware of this potential possibility. They almost gets his head ripped off. Oh my god, that is a sharp shot.
They knew they saw each other. Scala knew Junior wasn't going to jump up, and it was just a matter of time. He's looking for the rifle as well.
He's trying to find it. You can't overextend for this though.
Jet dash though, not too bad.
Yeah,
But
jet
ooh,
dash.
they're watching the angle from short. Yeah, no cloud burst. Oh, Luke.
Oh, that's scary.
Yes, it was. Oh, Ares. Here we go.
30 seconds left.
All right,
That's the bomb.
Taxi. Ammo's low. Gopan, Mexi. Yes, they're all getting kills now, one by one. The Ares just proved to be no match for these rifles.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
Chopin doesn't care.
God.
Now it's all down to Scala. Sure, you have a Vandal in your hand, but 1v4. No dash to work with, no cloud bursts. Save the gun?
Nope.
I mean, it's 2.9k, no armor.
Well, yeah. I mean, at this point, you just want to do damage. You're gonna get that full buy off next round, regardless. It's probably gonna be an operator coming out. 3,300 on skill right now. I do believe that should be enough for at least an operator, plus half armor or half shield.
Thank you, Mr. Einstein.
Okay, look, I'm actually just guessing if I'm being completely honest. I got no idea. I'd like to assume that's enough. That seems like a pretty good amount of money.
Sky flashes, intel, and everyone just runs away. But Scala has the rifle though, and Warpaxi denies him of it.
It's better.
Yeah, that's clean.
All right. Well, I thought the Ares might be a little bit more impressive than they were there, but
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Now, okay. Granted, this is the first time we're seeing it in a more competitive environment. I just heard a lot of the murmurs today in the ranked queues that Ares does seem to be pretty strong, or pretty solid. I guess. I mean, ranked is obviously a lot more puggier. So, look, I did expect it to be a bit better. Maybe we haven't seen its full potential yet. You know, like at the end of the day, there are some really good teams in this region. You got your orders, you got your X wild cards, you got that Honey Badgers roster as well. I'll tell you right now from the scrim box, Honey
Yeah.
Badgers are a pretty solid team. So I'm quite curious to see how they do go up against a pretty a strong team. I want to see how
don't
these guys
care.
have adapted to. I want to see how they've adapted to the Ares. If they are trying to use it in their game plans. Now, granted, the patch is not even a day old, so it could be meta. It might not be meta,
Yeah.
but it's something interesting because they're trying to change up these guns and what does get brought out here. Skeletor, he does have an operator speaking of different guns that are getting brought out in the round so far. He's trying to get a pick here, but he's not really been given anything. Junior might lend his hand over here. He's just waiting, ever so patiently.
Once again, mid control though. Name of the game, but it's a crossfire setup.
There it
Skella,
is.
nice flick. Nice one onto Junior. Okay, though, but Chopin, just an absolute animal. He's just going so deep, creating so much space, and taking these kills.
4v4 here. The operator is also in play. Knives got deployed. Okay, that's 2 knives gone, and they're going to be leaning towards B here. That's where the Killjoy setup is, but the Killjoy is out of the round, so that's completely irrelevant. And it's just
Yep.
going to be Lucas with the Odin, the big brother of the Ares here. But I'll be completely honest, Server holding down this B site, it's it's definitely something
30
we see.
seconds left.
I guess more often than not, almost getting at least 2 frags.
All
It's
damn
going to
time.
be collected. I think we should be seeing Cosmic fight it.
Oh boy, it's all down to server now. Someboy needs to get value. Lucas, let's see the
go.
Odin in action. One.
Oh my
They're not pushing.
goodness.
10 seconds. The
Let's
spike
get-
has to go down. Somebody's pushing now. Mexi for
player
one.
standing.
Lucas chimes in. Oh, it's all down to Chopin. Needs to find these kills. Chopin over 2. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Knows where Lucas is. Odin, Chopin spraying down blindly. Wants the kill. He's looking for him. But no, the ring around the rosy. But Chopin still comes out on top. Quad feed. The time.
It's not enough there. Well, that's not a round win in the end, but look at the economy.
It's
So the side is
busted.
Slippery Geckos.
Oh, it's busted on both sides, really. It's just a matter of who has their guns.
True. I mean, you have knives available for the attackers. You can just drop the rifle over. Look at that. Look at the like comparison in these buys here.
Rifles and blades. So you know what? Actually,
Synchronic?
Daycare, they're doing pretty well.
Synchronic, you're gonna. Oh, okay. We're just holding the classic here. Interesting. Not what I
mean-
expected.
Junior made the classic look pretty damn busted. Map 1.
Yeah, they got rifles this time though. So look,
true.
I don't know what to expect here. Nothing too fancy just yet, though. You know, just prodding towards this new location, trying to figure out where the defenders are heading towards right now. Somebody's gonna get forced out. There's gonna be a spam coming out from Warpaxi. Doesn't really manage to get any damage. Never mind. Somebody loses a little bit of his shield here. A couple of pop shots happening towards mid. Hermes is good for 1. That's gonna be the early pick going towards the attackers now. So
Hermes is
Daycare-
done waiting. He's
Yeah.
done. He wants to push now.
He wants to fight.
Same story, like over towards mid. Nameless. Oh, he got good intel for his team, but no kills, unfortunately. A split. Looking pretty heavy right now. The rotation's not really there.
Okay. We're just not gonna break the dot. Never mind. It's all good.
It's
2
intel.
updrafts burnt.
Making
I'm
them
leaning
think,
towards the
maybe.
safe side. Yeah, potentially.
Okay, they've run into it.
The drone's gonna clear out a little bit. It shouldn't spot this A main
Oh,
push.
the hiding.
Yeah, it's not gonna spot anything.
That's huge. Oh my god.
There's the rotates. Never mind.
30
So Lucas
seconds
is gonna
left.
stay here. There's no dash available as well, so it's a bit harder to take all this.
Look at the synergy and the timing. My god, the flash, the dash, the smokes.
This could be an angle.
Chopin, did they see him? Surely.
He wants this. Oh, shocked arms. Oh, it's gonna miss the mark.
Close
there.
though. Careful, Chopin, don't get too angsty. Did that just flush him out? Okay, but was a good attempt. Regardless though, Mexi on short lurk.
Shorty here as well.
Yeah, so Chronicle the classic still. He's just bait at this point. Yeah. But at that range, you know, he could come out on top. I'll be surprised if he does. Okay, or not. Blaze pulled out, and there's the lurk. Mexi trades them right back in the defenders. They're bleeding players. They're bleeding time. And oh, that's just clean. Everyone gets a slice of the pie, and the attackers, they get the second round.
Well, they're forced up to come out from Slippery Geckos. It's just not enough. And now their economy's in the bin. So from this point onwards, okay, never mind. That's why you only bought a classic last round, so you can buy a judge now. All right, so Synchronic, risky play now gets the judge. So I mean, was it worth it? Full ecoing that previous round? Probably not.
But hey, you never know. The judge, on a sense, close range angles.
Yeah, we've seen Lakers get a two-top ace before. That was
Damn
nice.
right, damn right.
Back when he was actually playing at least, but you know, Judge can be a bit of a fierce weapon at times. It's just a matter of, you know, how do you approach the round? Like, how do you get in their face with the opponents? You know, you can hold a tight angle. Sometimes you gotta get pre-fired. You gotta worry. But the thing is, you gotta worry about the sky util and you gotta worry about the server util as well. So it's not gonna be the most easiest task. But he's managed to creep up into a pretty aggressive position towards B main here. Now the fact that he's on this line with the turret behind him, I can't really show. Can I show that? Oh, never mind. It's not gonna work. But there's a turret behind him. He's just gonna play off the contact of the turret, which is all you just need to do in this situation.
Well, he's forced it out, so maybe the eco in the previous round was all parts of the plan.
Actually, so this cute little setup. Have a look at this. So the defenders can stack towards A now. They're worried about this wide position. Hold up.
Surely they clear it, right? I mean, Sunboy just lets them walk past. Easy execution, but there's the comms. Oh, no. Sunboy, that's so clean. They've lost their util now, but how about 3 bullets? And they're pushing him. Showpot, what more can he possibly do? None. That's all down to Synchronic. The long rotation over, the walk of shame with the judge.
I got the
It wasn't worth it.
30 seconds left.
Unless...
Spike planted.
Bot coming back.
Look, I don't really see much happening with just Ghost and the Judge here, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Don't count him out just
well,
yet.
they've heard him. They've heard him. I mean, look. I might actually count him out.
Are there no guns over towards like a... Oh no, it's all pistols. Even the sheriff would be better. Gopan is thirsty for it. My god, look at him go. This is what you want your jet to be doing.
Yeah, 10-3, taking all the space, just taking these fights, no fear in the world. 3-3, scores evened up. This round's gonna be quite important here. You really want to stop this momentum from the side of Daycare. They've got their economy in such a good position. Here we go, here's an operator. So Chopin, you know, he's got knives almost coming up, 3 away, he's got the operator out. He is, I mean, that's confidence right here. Pulling out that operator, you don't even need to there, but you know, he's just like, nah, I'm feeling it today.
On attack as well, on attack.
Yep. That's literally the power of confidence.
Well, okay. Just gonna wait out the 0 point so he can still have the dash to play with. Holding short already. This teamwork, just covering each other's angles. They've got this sussed out. Nameless. He's gonna get taken down here.
Ooh, hold up.
Timing though.
It's an interesting angle from
Red just needs a little bit more. They didn't see Omes. They don't know he's there. Oh, no, the comms are there.
It's up Hunter's Fury.
Right into Nameless, who takes him down, and Chopin gets tagged as well. But Nameless around the corner. Hang on, Warpaxi. The timing wasn't quite there. Unless... Oh, yeah, he's seen him now. Walks right through the gravity well, and Warpaxi, Jesus Christ. But the rotation's already here, though. 3 players, defense, basically on the A site. The attackers will commit. Synchronic holding his ground. Can he get on the scoreboard right now? Yes, he can. With his turret to help, but that was all he was good for. It's dirty, it's filthy, and Luke Cash just gets outgunned, outnumbered. And Sunboy now, it's his turn, the walk of shame. The 1v3 retake. 2 players are low, it's doable, but
Spike planted.
it won't be easy. Full kit of util and the ultimate. Let's see in action. Oh, good start. The flash come through. Sunboy taking some control now. Using util. Careful, nice and slow. Clearing all these angles systematically. Dodges a shock dart, but Warpaxi is far too sharp.
Not meant to be. Good attempt.
Yeah.
Managed to get one onto Chopin there, but it's not going to be enough in the end. You do need to get this 3, of course.
Did they save the operator? Oh, they did as well. Nice.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, economy, you can't really beat this economy at this point. They've got all the momentum. They've won 3 in a row. They've got an operator on the line. They've got 5 rifles, or 4 rifles to, I guess, support this jet operator. What can you really do here? Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, if I was on the side of Slipper Gecko, I'd probably be like slightly mentally checked out. Granted, the game's still early though, but you know, it's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, and even your Ares, you know, strat just got shut down completely. I think the main thing right now, partially, you know, is to kind of deal with Chopin when he has a rifle, but now he's changed the dynamic, pulling out the operator, playing much slower now, letting his teammates, you know, do more of the aggressive pushing. He's just holding angles. So
you have to do on the operator, just hold the angle. Don't give him that space.
So granted, I say that, he's still pretty aggressively checking everything.
He's got the dash. He's hitting his shots, so no real reason not to, I suppose. This is going to be a potentially aggressive EMP to come. Is it EMP? No, 0 point.
I've got your trail.
Okay, it's a clear mid. I can understand it, but
yeah,
he's in a tough spot now. The Killjoy. Okay, nice user. Just locks him off site for the time being, but I think they're gonna persist. Okay, they walk right on. Deep shock dart by Wolpaxi and Synchronic hearing so many footsteps. Nice shot! And he dives away to safety. Nameless chimes in. The Marshal putting in
this
work.
is weird.
But it's all down to Somboy by himself. And Chopin's wishing he had a rifle right now. Somboy, how'd you land that? But Mexi strikes right back. Then the attack is down in the last legs. I take it back. Finally a kill. 2v2. On-site, Somboy's on 20. He needs some help. No user to play with. And Mexi just so confident, but one shot off the Vandals. What takes? You're joking. Mexi dives at him. And Somboy comes out on top. Chopin, just having the time of his life. All right. Who cares? Here's the guns. He's confident. And there's only one place where Synchronic can be. One shot is all it takes. And Synchronic!
Oh my
Damn,
god.
he had it, but Chopin too fast.
Everyone's so heavy.
Well done. That was a chaotic round.
Yes, it was. Back and forth. And they were an eco as well.
It's not even something you can really break down. It's literally just the defenders just constantly throwing their bodies at them, just constantly looking for the fights. The Nano Swarm chipped up some of the HP on some of these players, and they just looked to capitalize on that. And then you got Somboy in the back of the site, just getting a nice little shot on Urmez, and then it's just falling apart slightly. Shot Marshall headshot from Nameless. And you've tagged them down so much, and these pistols are finally able to get some value. Have a look at this. Op v op battle potentially coming into this round, as you do see this operator on scale posted towards top mid. Dart's gonna come out, not gonna force him out yet. The smoke past the dart. Okay. That's aggressive and it works out.
Yes, it does. Chopin just changing it up. One round go mid operator, other round go to the extremities operator. Finds value.
Oh, he's Odin.
Yeah, but like over towards A, I mean, it's not something you see every day though.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's just running at them.
They're setting him up, but unfortunately, Somboy does put a stop to him. Somboy can go for more here. Yes, no, it's a bit messy, but the attackers, okay, they will secure the spike plant and the site. And there's so much ultimates, you know, for them to play post plant with.
Spike planted.
Oh, just a second too late as well.
Oh,
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh. Tour de force. Okay, now the best part about that is have a look
They're
at
slow.
You can't even push this. You're completely
Exactly.
slowed off. You have to wait now. That's buying more time.
That's disgusting. The
It's gonna
saving.
be a save. Yep.
Oh dear.
What do you do there? You can't do anything. There's an operator on the other end.
Yep.
There's a Sovereign or a Hunter's Fury.
And you
At this
don't have
point,
the
you
right
just-
guns.
Yeah, you just cut your losses and save the op.
Well. Wait, they're gonna go hunting. They have so much economy. Might as well do it.
I mean, at this point, you kind of assume they're going to be playing towards this B site. It's really just a matter of if they're going to get there in time. Probably not. But, you know, it's a decent attempt. Oh my god, that almost hit him.
The odd.
That almost hit him there.
Yeah, the odd plant spot. All right, look, Crash. It's really not going well for
grim.
slippery Geckos. And, you know, it's just the momentum. It's indeed being carried over from Map 1 Icebox and Daycare. There's just everything's going their way, and still the issue is deal with Chopin. It's just, yeah, it seems like right now he's the kind of player that you have to trade out. You can't just duel him 1v1. He's always holding the angle.
Just so grim. I mean, like, if you have just an explosive jet player, a lot of the time they can take over these games, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Like, you need to deal with this player. You can't challenge him. As you said, you can't challenge him in a 50-50 duel, just like a one-on-one fight. You need to try to make it a completely unfair fight, and they're not really succeeding at that right now.
Yeah,
Chopin, he's just creeping up. Like, he's literally got no fear, this guy.
Look at that as well. The use from his teammates, you know? And he pushes at the same time. Astra had to dive to safety. Once his Fury out. Attackers. Oh, the smoke clears as well. Oh my god, again, he entry frags. And he doesn't even shoot the recon now. Just, you know, aim at me. Look at me, guys. And Chopin's running deeper.
Oh my god.
He's just farming them at this point. What do you do? Dashes in. Zero fear. Oh, you're joking.
What is going
Is this
on?
Ronsky? Michael, get off the damn rank. What the hell are you? Get off the damn account. Jesus. The defense, this splits up.
He's getting another. He's about to get a fourth.
He saw it.
One enemy remaining.
Easy. Wants the ace. He's hunting for it. Some boys are in the
Yes.
corner. Ares? Oh, damn, Chopin. Come on, man. They have families.
So, at this point, he's currently... Okay, on average, he's good for 2 kills every round.
Yeah.
At this point in the game. I mean, how do you stop that? You really can't. It's so hard. This guy has been unleashed. He's so sharp. Just no fear. Just all this confidence in the world. Like, all the confidence in the world. And, I mean... Just look at him.
Skin buff.
Skin buff? Oh, okay, good.
buff.
You gotta... Yeah, I guess you gotta buy this new skin. After
Robocop.
that, at least.
Robocop aimbots, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Apparently.
Okay, that's a way to yo shut him down, but Sunboy swings by himself.
That's okay. Well, there you go.
All right.
As you just said, don't make the fights fair. And what do? They just swung three into Chopin and it worked out.
Well, top mid though. Oh,
you
hang
go.
on, Synchronic. That's a nice shot. Oh man, be careful here. He gets dinked somehow. But hey, the attackers, they're still just bring it back slowly.
What a weird Just tit for tat against this weird buy.
Yeah.
Well, at least they do still have their smokes alive, so that's definitely something good to see. Mexi's crept up here. He's not been spotted by Nameless, I don't think. Otherwise, Nameless may have changed the way he approaches this angle.
He didn't see it.
Oh, he's not been spotted. Wait, no, the crouch. He crouched.
Christ.
Oh, he's still going for it. Oh my god, the crouch.
And the defense, they're split up as well. Luke, backside, Rick on arrow. Yeah, but the moment he shoots that, they don't know exactly where he is. Doing it at long range, Spectre. Good for one.
Hold up.
He has two though. He has two. One's
enemy
low.
remaining.
Luke,
Oh, no.
don't be doing this. 12 HP. He tried to do the
Last
same
player
thing. He thought he was close. And Mexi goes down to Skeller. All right, that's a round they desperately needed to win. And by God, did they get it.
Just a
Last
weird
round
one.
before the
Just
switch.
a weird tit for tat round towards mid. They're just taking these sides. Okay. Wait. You know what that is, Digital?
Oh my God, it's timeout.
First time out we've seen this whole entire series.
In map 2?
Isn't that funny? In map 2. Well, look, it is better late than never, of course.
Yes.
But I mean, oh god. Maybe a little bit earlier would have been nice.
Oh, maybe. Look, last round and a half, and what was the scoreline in map 1? Was it like
7-5.
Yeah, 7-5 exactly. It's looking to be on track.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah?
honest.
Yeah. Well, they could get some sort of a buy-in. It's not going to be optimal. You know, Ares or a Spectre on two of these players potentially. We haven't seen a Guardian at all yet. Now that I think about it.
Maybe we have. We just haven't seen them actually shoot it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really think we've... Yeah, I can't really remember if we've seen like a Guardian actually do anything. But if you guys don't know, the Guardian, it got a slight buff just so its ADS shoots the same speed as the hipfire does.
You think
Which, I mean...
like that?
Oh yeah, he's great with that weapon. So is Magnet Brain.
Oh yeah, true.
Magnet Brain, I mean... I
mean,
don't know. He's very
Johnny
sharp with it.
Sins.
Johnny Sins of Valor, of
Yeah.
course.
But hey, look, the defense, 4 ultimates this round. I mean, surely. Come on, right?
Yeah, but it's 4 ultimates with a very suboptimal buy. So, okay, that's the Guardian.
Going up.
Oh well, okay.
Okay, well, it's nice to see this weapon come out.
I wouldn't really say suboptimal. I mean, armor is half, sure, but just hit heads, man.
Oh yeah. It's true. I mean, you want that full armor a lot of the time. I guess against Vandals it doesn't really matter. Oh, this could be very interesting here. Sherpan's getting aggressive. He's not getting punished. Knives get popped. They're fighting him.
No.
He's still going for more. What is happening? How is he not dead? He's just in the open. He doesn't care. Warpaxy's decided to drone up towards his Sunboy. Oh! Looking for the pick. Okay, the knives. Operating at close range. He might be able to get a third here.
He's making Skeller just paranoid. Skeller's backed into a corner.
He's closed the door on himself. He shut himself out of the round. He's like, nope, I'm not dealing with that.
Oh, Christ. But the rotations have to come now, and, you know, so many players down. The attackers, they have free reign now. And that's exactly what they're doing. They don't even have to commit to A. That's intel. What, spotted 2?
That dog went, yeah, that Trailblazer went so deep there. Warpaxy could just stay in this position, just go for a late lurk. He's gonna get greeted here, and he's not checking the right corner, Nameless. That's not what you want to be doing in those 50-50 angles. You just guessed wrong there, and you're just out of the round. And have a look at this. Sherpan's definitely gonna push this. Never mind, he's been put on a leash, apparently.
Alright.
Well, I mean, it's the correct play, not to keep going.
Warpaxy's already on lurk.
Oh,
Not that it matters much.
Yeah.
Good damage, though.
Get enough sleep
Spike
before you drive,
planted.
guys, otherwise you fall asleep at the wheel, so that's not what you want to see there.
Oh, Skeller. Careful. There's 2 players just around the corner. It's gonna be a hard situation to play in. Nice util, but just a little bit too late, and they spam right through the walls. Slippery Geckos just not having it right now. Oh dear, Luke. How many players are you swinging into? Like these bullets are coming non-stop, covering fire. Chopin staring at the wall. The blade anti-flash? I don't even know what he's doing.
Just chilling, having the time of his life.
Well, the spike's gonna go blow up soon, and Luke, he swaps out a gun with no ammo for a gun with no ammo. It's last round and a half, Luke. Do something, mate. Oh, dear.
That's just sad. There's honestly nothing you can do there.
Switching sides.
An 8-4. Such an insane... That's such a great scoreline. You attacking half, 8 rounds?
it's sealed at that point. Like, it's gonna take a Herculean effort from Slippery Geckos. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not like trying to be biased or anything, but it's just all game long, all series long, we've seen Daycare just either play well as a team, strong executions, they have some great ideas, or individually now, they're just popping off. Last map, it was Mexi and Chopin. Now Mexi's, you know, not far behind, but Chopin is just going on a tear.
Also, something to point out is Mexi, he swapped from the Reina to the Astra, which is,
Flex.
you know, something you don't normally see.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a duels player, you're someone that's designed to be a rifler or a fragger, you don't really swap over to smokes like that. But he's doing pretty well. Second fragging for his team. He is obviously making it look easy as per usual. Very sharp aim. And have a look at this. Chopin's now managed to get into this wine position. He can back off. Junior's trying to get a little bit aggressive here.
Thank God that thing only has two bullets now. Otherwise, it's gonna be stupid on pistol rounds.
Oh.
Okay, Mexi, he's the bait. He's the bait, and willing to play crossfire with Chopin. Gravity well. Is this a swing? Mexi, he's losing HP. Shot like to come through. That could have been disgusting. A second.
Chopin's still not moved.
He doesn't really have to.
Oh,
Just
there he is.
Okay, now he knows. Chopin, get out of there, get out of there, man. Oh! All right, dashes to safety.
Almost got a little bit greedy with that dash there. You know, decides to use it in the end. There's no reason to hold on to it. Just play your life at this point. Warpaxi might get greeted here by Somboy.
Oh,
Pot shots. Nothing to really come of that. The EMP gets deployed, or the 0 point. Here we go. Looks like an A-side hit, but Mexi, he's been tagged out here. And Chopin also trying to keep Somboy off the line. He's potentially going to go for a bit of a Ninum peek. Never mind, just going to go completely wide in the angle. What is happening right now? There's fights happening everywhere.
yeah, and the defenders, you know, they're coming out on
30
top.
seconds
The attack is just not having it. At the end of the day, Daycare, you know, they got exposed early on. They used so much util, but they still couldn't just seal the deal. Now, this is just almost desperation. Junior locking it down.
Junior.
One bullet.
One bullet.
Oh, he gets it. TP's to safety. You'll love to see it. They're so low. Oh,
10
Junior, he
seconds
can just lock it down with the classic.
One
One
enemy
and two. The hero of the pistol round.
Work out our differences.
I mean, he's just repeated what he did in the pistol round of Icebox. Just making the. I mean, he's using the classic against low HP players. I shouldn't give him too much credit, you know.
Yeah.
He does his job. Nice little shot though.
Yeah,
What is that called, man?
Headhunter.
Headhunter. Oh
That's
my
right.
god. Why does? I hate that. It's a sheriff, man. It's a sheriff with an ADS. It's called the Headhunter.
What's the pistol called that the spy uses? Like, I know they have names. The stopwatches have
TF2.
names. Yeah.
Well,
Dead Ringer is like the
the
best,
ambassador was like the what was it? The ambassador was like the one that used because it's like really good on headshots or something. Yeah, like crits the headshot or something.
Ambassador. That's a cool name.
Yeah. Oh my god. I want to play TF2. What have you done?
Titanfall 2? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of course. That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, 3 areas. See if these guys make it work a bit better. It's gonna be a decent amount of info to come out. Guiding light there. It's just stalemate right now. All this A main control as well, as you can see on the minimap, they've taken all this control, so they've kind of just decided to split the map a little bit here. This drone's gonna be able to get a lot in further. Spots 2. I think that was 2 players towards been spotted.
Yeah, at least. These areas, you know, just locking down these angles. As soon as they walk in, you just hold down left button. Just spray him.
So quiet.
They're just expecting the defense, you know, to make an aggressive push and punish them, but Daycare just aren't biting at all.
Gotta grab the spike first there.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
30
Dark comes down in the
seconds
market. I think they know what's happening here. The door's gonna get closed as well, so that might buy a little bit of time.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Synchronic, that's a great shot. It was all down to Junior with the Aries. What? But holy
up.
crap. The Sheriff's to come in clutch,
Oh,
and
Frank.
Luke with the classic catches Warpaxi. But his back is exposed for the time being. Might as well just hold the angle there over towards
Spike
defense
planted.
spawn. Chopin. Oh,
Stay
goodness gracious, man. Come on.
But it should have never been this close. It's a 2v2 against these just pistols. Here.
Pistols.
It's classic,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, it's Sheriffs, and, you know, I guess they still haven't sussed out just exactly how the Aries should be played.
Oh my god.
But they are low, though. They are low. Mexi, just a drive-by shootout. He can do this.
He's just gonna swing him.
Come on, Mexi.
One enemy
Oh, no, he's been given the
some boy
round.
shoulder, shoulder. He's too broad. Mexi cleans up house.
That's so
Double
hard.
digits.
I mean, you can't even play that correctly because you're so low. If Mexi just, you need it. It's so hard to play that round correctly. You either take the initiative and hit the shots, or Mexi just swings and you guys line up. And you're both low. So
yeah.
You can't really fault him for going for that play as much as it looks like a throw.
At the end of the day, you know, what? 2 Aries, just throw bodies at him, see what happens, I suppose. But, oh man, it's rough. It's so rough. At least now, you know, the attackers, the 3 Geckos, they can afford to buy, but 6 rounds, basically. They have to come back.
It's hard. I mean, look, we've seen some crazy things. 10-2 comebacks.
Yeah.
Ring a bell?
Yeah, it absolutely does. I think we have seen it twice. First time was straight out of the Zoo Academy, and the other one was, I forgot who.
I think it was us, my team.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
A little bit ridiculous. We didn't talk about that.
Oh.
Okay, but we talk about that Marshall shot. Luke gets taken out of the round.
Oh,
that's an
Mez.
$1,100 gun right there. Or 1,100 credit gun, excuse me. I'm not saying dollars, it's credits, of course.
Junior.
Oh, Junior hits these.
Dan. Oh, that one.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah. Good attempts.
Can't fault him for trying.
Mm-hmm. Similar story though. It just seems like the attackers is just kind of individual, one by one, and you know what's the backup plan if you lose these 1v1 duels? It's like you just lose your bleeding plays, and then the defense they swarm you on the retakes.
Look at where these trips are also laid out on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an advantage of having well, that's potentially one of the pros of having a chamber of a killjoy here. You can place your util anywhere on the map. You don't need to be in range of it. And you can affect the map so much more. You also have that TP. I think it's like rendezvous or something.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and it's instant. You just can't trade it. One finger.
The dart goes off. Hold up. So we used the dart early, so we can't actually go for the spam here, but it's a fake smoke anyway. What's going on here?
Oh, Chopan strikes, only good for 1. He used the dash as well, but Synchronous put him out. Time is running short though, 10 seconds. Mexi, spraying ball range. He wants something, but he's dodging it. Junior's arrived. 1 done, gets none. All down to Omez. Sharp shots, can't land it. All right, they won the round with the full buys, but they lost 3 players in the process. Then the spike plant, not even there.
I mean, that's 3 kills. Okay, at the end of the day, that's 3 kills. That's great. That's 3 rifles taken out of the picture.
Yes.
That's 3 rifles you're gonna have to reinvest into. So at the end of the day, that's value.
I should play some
You know, obviously winning the round would have been a lot better there.
For sure.
But I mean, you take what you can get here. And okay, this is something I guess we probably wanted to see a bit earlier. It looks like it's just gonna be a 5-man push towards B here.
No team has done this yet. Well, barely over towards, you know, map 1 and 2. Just this 5-man bum rush. Nice attempt there on the self boost, but wasn't meant to be. The Bulldog's out in play though. I'm just saying. Oh, Chopan.
It's not even that. It's like, look at all the info.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Well, okay, go next round. That's all the info. That's all they need.
But the time. If they just rush now over towards B, they still have a ticket back into this round. Lockdown is basically gonna pull Junior off site. And it's TP. He can't really go anywhere.
He's gonna TP out of here.
Right down range. He's committing to the last second.
Oh,
Junior.
What?
He just missed it. He thought he was slick, but unfortunately, no. Site's been taken, and this is, you know, what I was alluding to earlier. If they go fast, the rotations just can't come. But they're low, though. Luke needs a sharp shot here, but against Chopan, it's a tall order. He still gets it. Chopan wide swings, but Luke didn't expect a second. The bleeding players. And the defense, all right, slowly attempting this.
I think at this point you just box him in.
Yeah, no command, just buys a little bit more time. Omez wants a smoke to play with, but he walks out the smoke and gets executed.
Oh, spam.
I mean, yeah, but the time though, you've lost so much time and you still have a few ultimates. This has to be a save at this point. It's done. Exits at the best.
Oh, of course. Has to be exits. And they're all gonna come through stairs here.
1, 2, oh, 3, clean. Okay, they farmed all of them. They lost the round, but the economy took a stiff toll.
Could have been a bit. It's awkward.
Yeah.
The economy's still fine though. Like they can still buy into this round very comfortably. Maybe a couple of half armors here and there.
Util though, Util, that's the main concern.
We got another one of these really awkward buys.
Yeah.
On the side of Daycare here. They're gonna have an Aries, you know. I still want to see that gun because it's so hard to figure out where it's placed in the meta.
Let us hunt.
Because the Spectre also got a slight nerf on this patch, but it doesn't. It just changes. I believe it only changes the gun at like longer range, if I'm not mistaken.
It's better at medium or close. Mexi.
Oh.
Okay. Couldn't quite trade.
Okay, they're
He
just
couldn't get
throwing
anything.
bodies now.
Yeah.
That's a disaster.
Blocking fish up.
That should just be a free A site.
They had a huge lead, but it's starting to close down a little bit though. Oh man. Okay, there's the air. Yeah, I take it back. I take it back. We keep getting too excited. Nameless one bullet. Okay, what do you plan to do with that? Get spotted by the Aldrun as well. Oh, it's all the force. That's beautiful. Nameless couldn't see that coming from a mile away.
That's a spike in the open as well.
Exactly. Warpaxy's locking down one of the angles. And Junior has the operator. Well, he's told the force, really.
All right.
Yeah.
0 point up. Recon dot's going to be up very shortly. They've also got the molly available.
Does it deny him? Oh, it does.
Okay, so that's not going to be a 2 to force online. That's something that needs to be taken into account here. Warpaxy's the only one with a true gun, or a true rifle, I should say. They're trying to walk out here. 2 to force is back online. This is very tense right now.
Oh, Junior! No way! He just pushes right through the frag! Still gets the kill and Warpaxy strikes at the same time. They are both one shot from dying, but they made it come through.
11 HP combined.
Jesus.
Well... Oh my goodness.
That is nuts to butts.
What a stupid round to win. Like, I'm sorry, but that's such a dumb round to win. Of all things. Both on
hey.
single digit HP.
You say it's stupid, but you know that was like something that Chiefs would do towards the end of last year, and that's exactly something you expect Clutchy to do. You know, just push through the nade and go for the swing, and his teammate cleans up. It's just deja vu, flat out, and it works. It works for reasons. It's unexpected.
Okay, well that clears A main.
Oh dear.
Well, it was a good attempt. Try to force something into the round.
Dope on.
You got to farm some eco frags right now. Assisted by Warpaxy. It's gonna be a very slow round. The pick is gone in the way of Daycare.
Deploying drone.
I mean, I feel like the picks have gone in the way of Daycare. Yeah, I was about to say it's been happening way too often.
Count the first bloods at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to pay attention to that number as well.
Oh come on, Jet versus Jet. Gala has to be feeling some pressure. Japan wants it. Oh, nice cloud burst.
The Jet's in now.
Where else would he? Where else would he be? But this is he can just hold down left mouse button and just go full kung fu, or just fall asleep at the wheel and that happens. But Warpaxy, big gun though. What? He gets smoked off. This actually might work in his favor. And Mexi, the surprise position, catching on Scala. Warpaxy swings as well. It's just the teamwork. Match points. Daycare aren't giving Slippery Geckos anything to work with.
Match point.
I mean, this is just a nice little game to show that Mexi is flexible in a bunch of agents. He's on 21 again. It's him and Sherpan on top of the scoreboard. I mean, Sherpan's to be expected here, but Mexi as well. Doesn't matter what agent you put this guy on, Reyna or Astra. He's going to be putting up numbers. And I guess he has a lot of util to play for. I guess he could use his util for himself as well if he does want to, I guess, be a little bit more selfish in holding their sights, get a potential 2-3k. He's making it look easy. Granted, that round was eco frags, but this is the real deal. You know, you're up against these rifles, and Sherpan, guess what? He's got the operator yet again. And that's another pick into the round. That's another first blood going the way of Daycare.
Gala's gone as well. And look, at this point, you know, Sherpan, he doesn't have to do anything fancy. Sure, hold some angles, but he's just been let loose. And I feel we keep talking about him because he's just always, you know, one of these players that has so much impact in these rounds.
He's always doing something.
Oh my god, they're gonna flush him out. Chopin, this is a shot. Okay, interesting. Return Hunter's Fury. Warpaxy still confirms onto Nameless. Okay, Lucas does trade him out, but
that was nice.
The bodies though, they've bled too much. 2v4 against match point.
Trade there. Yeah, I mean, you want to go for that Hunter's Fury there. It's a good way to punish an opposing server in their ult, but I mean, you do lose a player. Yeah. Because of that Hunter's Fury. Dart's gonna spot him. Chopin's backed off the line. This is a really interesting 2v4 here. You don't have smokes. You have he gets punished.
Okay.
Alright, well, a little bit uncharacteristic there. But you've got a Killjoy and you got a server here, so it's not the end of the world. You have some
last player standing.
Oh yeah. It's the end of the world.
I don't know why I
I
don't know why I opened my mouth there trying to hype up a potential 2v4. I mean, they're just so sharp at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It was an attempt. An attempt was made. That is all I can say. But
yeah, you got a team that's hitting their shots. So I mean, and you got a Jet that's unleashed. You got like a mini Runsky in the server. Like, what do you do there? You got a mini Autumn.
Okay, surprisingly, you know, the first bloods aren't as crazy as I would have expected.
I mean, Chopin.
Yeah, okay. Chevron's on 6, Skull's on 5 though. So on paper, I mean, it looks the same, but the conversion rate into round wins, it heavily
that's
favors,
a different story.
Heavily favors
Yeah,
Daycare.
first bloods are one thing though, but
Yeah.
if you don't have a high conversion rate, I mean, what are the first bloods good for?
Yeah, and can we look at Warpax? 14 assists. I mean, the shock darts, the owl drones as well. I think we saw it, map 1 on Icebox with the disgusting wallbang. Now map 2, similar story.
One of those, I guess you can argue that he's one of those players that you don't, I don't know, I guess you don't see immediate value from because they might not be the flashiest player, but like when you look at the stats and you break down the stats and you see they're getting a lot of impact with their utility, that's kind of like the hidden value that you're not seeing on the scoreboard, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And at the end of the day, clean 2-0, not much to really talk about here. It's just a matter of Daycare just playing much more cleanly, and I would say together compared to Slippery Geckos, and it just echoed throughout these past 2 maps. Some of these players individually, they were just being let loose, they get a frag, and then they just fall back. No need to go for it anymore. And when it comes down to these, these chaotic situations, I think the comms are really clear for Daycare. You could see the teamwork, in those 2vx's, and they just hold these crossfires and just create so much chaos and discourse for Slippery Geckos, who just gets confused and they start dropping players one by one, and then before you know it, the round's basically over.
They're looking solid, and they're going to carry that momentum over into their second best of 3. Not too sure who that's actually going to be up against, because if you guys don't know, there are these open qualifiers. There's 2 games tonight, actually.
Yep, there is.
So I'm not too sure. Look, this one was a pretty quick one. I think we will figure out if we do want to do another one or not after we do conclude this best of 3. Not sure what the go that's going to be right now, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty fun. Open qualifiers are always interesting because you get to see these teams that just come out of the blue and just see how they are just meshing with each other. And I mean, Daycare, they seem like a solid team on paper. They looked, I mean, they got two really convincing wins this. I think it was a 13-5 and a 13-6.
Yes.
Or
now,
yeah, something like that.
I don't want to step on anyone's toes here, but was Daycare playing really well? Yes, they were. But at the same time, was Slippery Geckos at the top of their game? Maybe not.
A bit of both.
Because
it's a bit of both.
Individually, I know these players, Skeller, Synchronic, Somboy, those 3 I know probably better than the rest, but they are able to put up numbers and they are able to frag, but they just keep getting shut down and just getting, out first blooded by Daycare. But hey, look, enough talking about these teams. Let's just cut it short right now because there's still one more best of 3, like you said, happening soon. So guys, don't go away. We might have one, and if we're not, you'll know what happens. But hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Digital Cast, and of course with me, Christian Beatty, Crash OBS. You'll see more from us this year for Valorant's Oceania Tour 2022.